Cherry Springs State Park. It's probably one of the best dark sky destinations you can have on the east coast of the United States. The park is divided up into 3 different sections. So first, this right here is the public parking lot, basically. You can come here anytime and leave anytime. You don't have to be here before dark and leave after dark, okay? And then this spot, this is actually the spot that everyone pretty much talks about. It's gated, as you can see, and there's actually a fence here that kind of protects the observers that are on this field from, lights from passing by vehicles. This field is closed once dark starts, and that's that nobody can come on the field with their headlights on and blind the rest of us who are trying to observe things. And then the third and last part is actually down this way, and what it is it's an actual campground. There's actually fire pits there where you can actually cook things. Now on the observing field, the serious one right here, we don't allow campfires, and the reason for that is because, well, they create a lot of heat and that disturbs the air. So through this gate right here, you're actually kind of protected from the lights of all these vehicles that are going by on the road. And this being the more serious field, this is where you're going to want to go if you want to stay the whole night. The public parking area here during Comet Neowise had over 400 vehicles here. They actually had staff here throughout the night basically to kind of help control the traffic. And then this side right here, this is actually like more of the airstrip that used to be here. And as you can see, there's a lot of people setting up here, because it looks like it should be a clear night. This part of the field, you can come and go whenever you want. All right, so there are bathrooms on all 3 fields. And then that right there is one of the trash disposal units. Make sure you put your trash in those because there are bears in this area. All right, so we're crossing the road now and we're coming into, this is the dedicated long-term field. And this is the side of the field, or at least the part of the park that you're gonna wanna come to if you want people to be the most respectful of your night vision. As you can see, there is a gate and it's closed once it's dark. And there's bathrooms right over there. There's also, if you look carefully, you can see there's a blue post right there. That is for you to donate to the Dark Sky Fund, which really I encourage you to donate. We always donate. And there's a couple of, those are defunct domes now. They used to be rentable, but they're talking about bringing a 50-inch scope out here. Now, the only trash can on this field is right there. This year it's yellow. I think last year it was green. So on the main field, you have these different roads, okay? And they're actually named after different stars and constellations. Now, there's electric on most of these points. And by the way, there's also Wi-Fi here, which, if you talk to people who know, you can get connected to it. It's not the fastest Wi-Fi, but, it'll let you read emails and so forth. Now, there are warning signs everywhere to go slow, stay under 10 miles an hour, really 5 miles an hour. And the reason for that is that we don't kick up dust. As you can see, people have already got their equipment out, and if you were to kick up dust with your vehicle, you could cover their equipment with dust, and that wouldn't be good. So let's protect everybody else's gear, that way we all have a good time. Now, a lot of people tent here, but for those of you who bring trailers, don't park your trailer in the very middle of one of these green grassy areas. You want to park it close to the gravel area. And this is actually a mistake that I made when I first brought mine in, and we actually had to move it. Not because I actually had to, but out of courtesy, I want to be accommodating to other people that are here. And another thing that I would kind of advise to you is that right there is the entrance. And most of the time, the wind that prevails through here, and this place does get windy, it seems to prevail from that gate. Now, because of that, and you look down there, you see that one that's open, it's got the awning out, it's facing towards the gate. That is not something you want to do. You would want to park your trailer in a way that your awning is going to be facing away from the gate, and that way you should have the least issues with stuff like, wind tearing your awning off of your camper. Also, you want to park your camper such that all of your doors and stuff on the camper are basically facing where you're going to set up your equipment. Now, there are these concrete pads that are scattered all throughout the field. Some of them are square, some of them are round, and There aren't too many of them. Most of them are actually on the far end of the field, which is kind of one of the reasons why a lot of people with the bigger equipment come to the far end of the field. All right, so behind me down there, you can see there's kind of a row of campers. They're all basically have their nose right on the edge of the gravel, which is kind of the way you want to set it up. That way, these green grass areas down the middle, which is where most of the pads are for the scopes. You can see I've got mine on one of them. Those are in the middle and they're not obstructed in any way, and everyone can get the most sky tonight. Cherry Springs is a wonderful resource, and it's accessible to pretty much everybody. You know, if you can drive here, you can come, okay? And if you do get here, okay, and it's after sundown or something like that, and the front gate is closed, you know, just remember that, you know, don't try to break in, okay? Shining your headlights on this field, anybody whose eyes get exposed to that light, you know, it takes 30 minutes for your eyes to re-dark adopt after that. You know, every time I've been here, it seems just about every single night somebody tries to break into the field for some reason. I don't understand why they do that. We have a public field, you know, which is not gated, which that you can park at. You know, it's the temporary field. And then we also have campground sites over there that you can come and go whenever you want. Okay, so, you know, just be respectful of the really hardcore dedicated people that are here on the main observing field, you know, because they are, a lot of times, they've people that have come from very long distances, maybe like you have, and, you know, they want to get every bit of observing in that they can in the very short period of time that they have. Because this place, you know, like just about every other dark sky site, it has a death sentence hanging around its neck, okay? Every single year, light pollution gets worse. I remember when I was a kid, this place was a Bortle 1 sky, okay? And probably before I was a kid, it was even lower than that. Today it's a Bortle 2 sky. And even now, like when we look around the field, there's a nice yellow halo that goes all the way around it. And it's because light pollution is just creeping in from everywhere. I hope that you can come out here and enjoy Cherry Springs, because it really is an experience unlike anything else here in the eastern United States. To see the heavens just open up in a way that, you know, you cannot really experience from anywhere else, you know, this side of the Mississippi. And tell your friends about it, you know, get them to come out too. Spread the word. That way we can increase a love of dark skies, and maybe we can turn back this horrible flood that is light pollution. I hope you enjoyed this video, and spread the word. Make sure that people know about the rules. That way it keeps it fun for everybody.